This is the Negro Ninja, and I was minding my own Negro business watching a playthrough of a video game. And this video game is not really about nothing, but they said something that is about something. Okay, now this is what was said in this video game. Okay, now that's saying a lot. Okay, now for those that didn't hear the audio clip clearly, okay, the lawyer said that a spaceship landed in your your ex-wife's backyard. And she fell in love with the leader. And since they are all a hive mind, she's effing all of them. She's effing the leader and his minions because they are a hive mind. All right. A ton is being said. Okay, first of all, his ex-wife. It didn't work out. Why didn't it work out? Clearly, the reason why she's smashing them aliens is the reason why. They just wasn't compatible. Okay, she's more in line with the alien and dudes that are like the alien. All right. So let's get a little deeper. Backyard. Backyard, in many cases, will be called a garden. And that whole little bit pretty much mirrors Adam, Eve, and how Eve cheated on Adam with the serpent and the devil. Okay, what is the serpent? A nigga with a hive mind. Okay, who was the leader of the hive? Satan. And who was the first person to lay his junk on a chick's forehead? Satan and the serpent. All right. And once again, it explains a ton. It explains why chicks go after the same type of dudes. They are a hive mind. Now, this is one thing I noticed about a hoe. Okay. When a dude is unique and stands out, she's going to give him the harder time. Okay. She got to know how to take you. Otherwise, she's going to be a tool because you're different. Okay, much like how society will give someone a hard time because they are unique. It's, things like, let's say, greatness. Greatness takes a lot of brain power to comprehend, while it's easier for people to relate to something that is not great. Anybody can say something dumb about something that's not good. There's many things to criticize. Oh, that's bad. It makes them feel empowered. Or it's just something that they understand. I understand lameness. Okay. And that explains something like if you go to a stand-up comedy club and you see everybody is, not telling good jokes, they are laughing because they can relate to not being funny themselves. Okay, before I go on, let's look up a few examples, a few definitions of the word hive. And this is the Cambridge Dictionary definition. Right, a structure where bees live, either built by people or made by the bees themselves. In the example, bees naturally attack anything entering their hives, anything that is not one of them. Now let me find the urban definition of it, or slang. And I'm just going to use the synonyms for the slang. And they say centra, hub, powerhouse. Okay, what is hive a metaphor for? Communities of people. Bees within the hive think collectively. Their immune system is collective. Okay, now going back to the Garden of Eden, why do you think that Satan felt comfortable rolling up on Eve instead of Adam? Adam would have, slapped him away, while Eve was basically in sync with him. Okay, once again, the backyard represents, a garden, just to simplify it. Okay, and they say gardens can symbolize purity, beauty, life, fertility, relaxation, and peace. Okay, so Adam was peaceful in this garden, just like the environment, while Eve wanted more. She wasn't content, just like Satan wasn't content with his position. He tried to overthrow God and got hands put on him. Okay, now we explained this whole topic a few times, but we got to keep it going. Okay, now why did Satan approach Eve? Because he's trying to build something himself. So he needed a collective mind. He already had the serpent. And let us all take a second to learn from this whole scenario. If you're trying to, it's just like successful people say, if you got a goal, then you better be around people that think like you. Because anybody that doesn't think like you is not going to be productive to what you're trying to do. Okay, and I needed to put this in here because people teach the righteous the opposite. Learn to accept others and etc. That's not how we should be doing. Okay, let's take what they're doing and use it back on them. Okay, now going back to what the game said. Okay, she fell in love with the leader and she's effing all of them because they got a hive mind. Like when she was having sex with the snake, she was having sex with Satan. Okay, now in modern day life, this explains a lot of stuff, like why you think they're so wild and girls going wild. Okay, and I'm saying some old stuff. Okay, well, let's just say spring break. Okay, people think that hoes are random. Hoes are not random. Okay, now, since we on this topic, this is why both Satan and hoes hate a man that has sense. They don't like the thinker. Okay, because both of them are too busy trying to hide some stuff. And they know the thinker's always going to catch it. There's always going to be one person that thinking they're going to catch something. Hoes are on a mission. Okay. Okay, what do bees do? They are building something in that hive. Okay, this is why a man has higher standards than a woman as well. Okay, like we be wondering, why is she dealing with these ugly dudes? While a dude will want to, any dude with some sense will always strive for a woman that he finds attractive, like genuinely attractive. Oh, she got a nice body. She's pretty. Okay, a healthy way of thinking, a purposeful way of thinking. Okay, or at least a productive way of thinking in terms of righteousness. Okay, and if a hoe does find herself liking somebody that doesn't line up, they are about changing him. Okay, that's why they all think they can change a dude. Okay, so the higher you are, the more she try to break you down to here, and that's for a reason. Okay, now going back to the example of the hive mind. Oh, the alien landing in her backyard, and she's smashing him and everybody because they got a hive mind. Okay, it's like somebody was telling me a while back. If you want to smash the girl you with, you got to be like the last dude that smashed her. Now, to the superior man, that's not going to be appealing because why would you want to be inferior just to smash something? Don't it make sense to be the winner of the game to get the prize? Okay, which is not even a prize in this sense. That's some beat down thrift store coochie. You know what? That's disrespectful to the thrift store because I found some good items in the thrift store. Sidewalk coochie. Okay. And it pretty much explains how people would tell you if you want to get laid, join a fraternity. Okay, the hoes will just smash you just because you're there. They don't care. You just there because you got to think about what it takes to get into a fraternity. You're one of them. They got the hive mind themselves. Okay, like a cult. Okay, the primary symbol of the fraternity is the equilateral triangle. And that goes to what I was saying in the beginning. Okay, you got Satan controlling the snake and the snake controlling the hoe. But just the way that it is in general just lines up with how hoe is. You know, the easy example, if her friends don't like you, she don't like you. Yeah, but I just want to make this a quick little video, but it always pays, not like I need to tell anybody, but it always pays to keep the gears turning. You never know when God is just sending you a message or delivering your enemies into your hand. And that's all I got to say for this message. And this has been the Negro Ninja bringing you your Negro message for today. Negro out.